Hello, beautiful people. I hope you are doing well and your families are doing well as well, because that is why we keep doing this, to keep your babies and your children healthy. I saw this question on Facebook. There was this mother whose baby had weaned herself at the age of 8 months, and her breast had become so engorged and painful, and she was looking for advice how to deal with it, and I decided to answer it in a video for you. Before then, let me remind you that according to the recommendations of the World Health Organization, you are supposed to exclusively breastfeed your baby until your baby is 6 months old. That means breast milk alone, no water, no medicines unless they are prescribed by a doctor. And then when they are 6 months old, you start appropriate complementary feeding. Appropriate because it should be in the form that the baby is able to take. It should be in a form that the baby likes, and it should provide adequate nutrition for your baby. So that is what you should do for your babies until they are 6 months old, exclusive breastfeeding, and then you do appropriate complementary feeding, and then when they are 2 years old, you can stop breastfeeding them. So why is it that when your baby stops breastfeeding, your breast gets engorged? Let us try and understand the reason behind this. You know, we have always said that breast milk is a matter of demand and supply. That means that as long as there is a baby who is removing milk from your breast, more milk will keep coming into your breast. Or if there is any mechanism that removes milk from your breast, maybe you are expressing the milk, more milk will come into your breast. That is why we say that when you are breastfeeding, you should make sure that you empty at least one breast whenever you feed your baby, or when you express the milk, empty at least one breast. When you empty it, then more milk is produced, and that is what will sustain your breast milk production. But this can work another way. When you feed your baby and you don't empty the breast, signals are sent around the body that the demand for the breast milk is not that high, and so less breast milk will be produced each time. You can take advantage of this when you are weaning your baby, or when your baby self-weans abruptly. So what you do is to empty the breast, but not completely. Remove just enough milk to bring your pain down or make your pain go away, and then you stop. You move on to the other breast and do the same thing. So you express enough milk or remove enough milk. You can use a breast pump or your hand, and you can throw it away, but leave milk in the breast. That is how the body will know that the demand for the milk has come down. So you see how you can use this principle to successfully breastfeed your baby, and you can still use this principle to wean your baby as well. If you leave some milk in the breast, body knows there isn't such a great demand for the milk, and so production decreases with time. And if you empty your breast completely, body knows there is great demand for the milk, and with time more milk is produced. So your breasts are engorged and painful, remove some milk from them, not completely. You can throw that milk away. With time, then breast milk production will decrease. The next thing you should do is that it can get really painful. If you are not in pain, that is fine. But if you are in pain, then please, you can get some over-the-counter pain medications like paracetamol to help you with your pain. Then wear a brassiere that is well fitted. I recently saw this comment somewhere that according to a research, about 70% of women don't wear brassieres that are their right size. Please wear a brassiere that is well fitted. Not only when your baby is being weaned, but all the time, because it gives you confidence when you dress. So wear a well fitted brassiere. That will also help you when your baby self-weans, to prevent engorgement. The third thing you should do is to involve yourself in activities that will take your mind off the pain. So do you like reading? You can read a book. If you like music, play music, dance, chat with your friends, watch a movie. All those activities can take your mind off the pain. And then at this time, there are some mothers that are filled with a lot of doubt and uncertainty, and sometimes guilt. They wonder, do their babies still love them? Why do their babies stop have stopped breastfeeding. Why? Is it because that bond is broken? But no, let me assure you that to your baby, you are the most important person in the world. That bond that you have formed by exclusively breastfeeding your baby, it will not break just because your baby has stopped breastfeeding. No, rather find activities that you can do with your baby. All those things will keep your bond, will even grow your bond further. So you can read to your baby. I always recommend that you read to your babies right from when they are in the womb, and then when they are born, when they are babies, read to them. It helps them develop their language skills, their numeracy skills. It takes their brains all around the world, develops their imagination. So read to your baby and play with your baby. Babies were made by God to play. Play with them. Playing is growing them as well. You can listen to music with your baby, you can dance with your baby. But if these feelings of self-doubt and anxiety and uncertainty and guilt last a long time, and they begin to affect how you go about your day-to-day activities or how you relate with your baby, then it is time for you to speak to a mental health professional. It doesn't mean that there is anything wrong with you. It means that you need some help with the skills that you can use to cope. So by all means, don't shy away from talking to a mental health professional. If you find that your baby has weaned himself or herself and you feel so guilty and this guilt is not going away. So these are the things you can do. These are the things you can do to help yourself and help your babies when your baby has self-weaned. Do you know anybody who has done this, whose baby has self-weaned? How did the person deal with the pain? How did the person deal with the anxiety? Or if it has happened to you, how did you manage it? We would like to have your experience in the comment section so that we can all learn with it. Like this video, comment on it, ask your questions, and remember to subscribe. Have you visited our blog? It's babychildandco.com. You should find it and visit. And while you are there, join the parenting club. What we do is that we will reach you every week via email to offer you guidance that is personalized to you. Thank you so much. Bye.